As trends come and go on YouTube and in the social media world, it can be really easy to forget about that fire that we once had, about a particular passion or a particular movement. And for many of us, that is zero waste, and there's the whole sustainability movement. Some people are still going strong, but others maybe have fallen off and feels like, okay, that was trendy and now I don't want to use my mason jars anymore. To that I say, I totally get it. I get that it can be overwhelming. My first tip is probably the least sexy tip of all. I don't know why I put it first. This tip is about junk mail, and the reason is I think we often overlook the destructive nature of junk mail because it's not our fault, right? Like, I didn't sign up for all these coupons to land in my mailbox. Even though it wasn't us who signed up, it was still our responsibility because it's in our possession. So when it comes to junk mail, you're basically given trash most of the time. Like, when are you going to use these coupons for the store across town that you're not interested in? The reason this is important is the demand for junk mail is going to go down when more of us start taking our names off of these lists, and they're gonna start printing fewer papers. My next tip is to grow a garden, and I am so passionate about this right now because I am having the best time with my winter garden. I am harvesting greens all the time. I post on my Instagram sometimes, on my Insta stories, because they're just so lush and beautiful, and I have never felt more empowered when it comes to growing my own food. Growing a garden is such a wonderful way to reduce waste, especially if you grow from seed, because plants normally come in plastic, and this can dramatically reduce your own footprint when it comes to food and help you eat a lot healthier throughout the day. This tip is called creating a demand, and for this it's a little bit more overarching. It can apply to a lot of different things in your life, but let me just demonstrate how powerful it could be if more of us did this. If you have seen the movie Cowspiracy, then you are aware of the great impact that animal foods and animal agriculture has on the world. This just gives us one more reason not to eat those foods, but often if you go to a restaurant or a grocery store or something and they aren't offering a vegan option, or you're looking for a vegan product, I think a lot of people forget that you can actually voice your opinion and your desires to the people running the establishment. And what's great about this is not only are you able to get the product in the future when they get it, but also they know, oh, there's yet another vegan in our town. Maybe we should start catering to vegans more. This is especially true when it comes to restaurants. If they know that more people are going to come to the restaurant if they provide certain options, then they're going to provide those. Do you ever go to a restaurant and because you're with your family or a group of friends and this is the place everyone decided on, and your only option as a vegan is a baked potato and steamed broccoli? I have been there more than once, and it's fine. I love potatoes, put some salt and pepper on, I think it's delicious, but I'm kind of saddened by the fact that like there aren't more options for people. So I'm sure to always say the word vegan. I don't say dairy free. You can use plant-based if you want. I prefer the word vegan, and just say, you know, my family comes here a lot. I'm vegan. I don't have a lot of options on the menu. I'm wondering if you and the chef might consider adding more vegan options, or just making it possible for me to veganize a couple things. Like, I see this wonderful pasta on here, but when I asked, it's cooked in butter. Is there a way that in the future you could cook it in olive oil? Another example of creating a demand is clothing, and I have a personal investment in this by talking to you guys. One of these brands is Everlane. Anyone a big Everlane fan? They are super transparent about their factories, and I personally feel really good purchasing from that company. But they don't have any vegan leather options, and it just sort of bums me out because I really like their shoes. So the other day I wrote them an email, super pleasant. I just said, hey, just want to know if you guys are planning in the future to offer any vegan leather options, as I'm really interested in your shoes, but I don't wear leather. And that's it. And I don't expect anything of it, just putting it out there. If everyone vegan listening to this and who likes Everlane, if you guys could all email a similar sort of message, that would be great for me. I mean, if you could just do it for me. Speaking of clothing, let's talk about buying secondhand. I am a huge believer. I talk about it all the time. Buying secondhand is one of the best things you can do for the environment by reducing your impact. But some people find it kind of cumbersome to go to a thrift store where it's kind of smelly, you have to sift through all these hangers and it's not organized right. And I totally understand that. It can be definitely a big day to go to the thrift store. This is why I want to talk to you about one of my favorite brands that I recommend to my friends all the time, and it's called ThredUp. Thank you so much, ThredUp, for sponsoring sponsoring this video. I'm so jazzed about this company. The sad reality is that Americans throw away about 70 pounds of clothing a year. But what's so cool is if you buy something secondhand, you're extending its life by 2.2 years, and this reduces the carbon waste and water footprints by 73%. Buying secondhand has never been easier thanks to ThredUp, because all you have to do is enter in what you're looking for. There's all these filters. You enter in your size. Automatically it filters everything that's only in your size. You enter in a brand that you want, the type of clothing you're looking for, and it's so much easier to shop, and it's honestly really fun. I just got an order of ThredUp, and I really want to show you what I got because I'm really excited about it. Just want to let you know before I start trying things on, ThredUp does have a discount for you guys. If you use the link below in my description box and the code Hannah, you get 30% off your first order. You're welcome. My personal favorite thing about ThredUp is that I can get these amazing brands for so much cheaper. Let me just start with Rag & Bone. I love denim. I've always loved denim, and I love really quality denim. Sorry, you're all crooked. This is basically unworn. There's still a tag, and I'm never gonna purchase these, you know, full price. I can buy these very expensive pair of jeans for a fraction of the price, and it's literally the exact same thing, and they fit me perfectly because I did research about the sizing. So I got this pair of Rag & Bone jeans for $33.99, and the estimated original price was $253. That's 86% off. This is another pair of Rag & Bone jeans. I was in a Rag & Bone mood apparently, and they have a lot on ThredUp. Oh my gosh, still have the tags on. I'm obsessed. It's high-waisted, super quality denim. I got this pair of Rag & Bone jeans, high-waisted ankle cigarette, I think is what they're called, for $32.99, and the original price was $195. I'm going to wear these all the time. There's nothing like a good pair of jeans. I love denim so much. I have one more Rag & Bone item. This is just a t-shirt because they do have other things besides denim, and I think it's so cute. It has this black collar. I spent a little bit more on this because I really liked it, and I'm glad I did because I'm probably gonna wear this every single day. I paid $46.99 on ThredUp, and the estimated original price was $175. I also got this Urban Outfitters shirt. I paid $12.99 on ThredUp, and the estimated original price is $30. How cute is that? For this shirt, I paid $16.99 on ThredUp, and the estimated original price is $99. The last thing I got was this Fossa knob jacket, and it's in very good condition. This is definitely the most dramatic discount I've ever found on ThredUp. I paid $22.99, but the estimated retail is $357. I just want to thank ThredUp again for sponsoring this video. They are the world's largest online thrift store, and lucky for you, they are giving my viewers a special discount. Use the link in the description box below and the discount code Hannah for 30% off your first order. Tip number 5 is about sharing. What can you share? What can you borrow? What can you buy together? So you can not just save money, but reduce a purchase, because purchasing is really what's producing most waste in our world. This could be anything from a lawnmower with your neighbors, a fancy dress for weddings that you share between friends. There are so many things that we don't have to purchase new, and we can reduce our waste that way. This next one is really huge, and I think not very many people are talking about it. Deny freebies. I know it's so tempting to get free things, tasters at Costco, or sampling things at the ice cream shop, or even just you go to an event and they give you a goodie bag to go away with, and it's got like a water bottle with this big logo on it and a t-shirt. These are things that we do not need. The more we say no to them, the more like the people will get the clue that we don't need a free satchel bag with a bank logo on it, like Goliath National Bank. One of my biggest pet peeves when someone is trying to push this free thing on me and assuming that I want this item just because it's free, but I've since shifted my perspective and realized that everything that comes into my possession I am now responsible for. It either has a place in my home, or I have to send it somewhere, to a landfill, to compost, to recycle. This next one's super broad, and I know you know this, but eat more whole plant foods. I love me a good gluten-free cracker, trust me, but the more I can eat sweet potatoes instead, that is so much waste that I personally am reducing. Bonus points for shopping at the farmer's market, so you can return the packaging to them. I do this all the time. If you don't go to the farmer's market, or you don't have an opportunity to, obviously you're going to be buying your produce at the store. Now, some stores package their produce in a ton of plastic and packaging, and it's very discouraging. I will not name names except for you, Trader Joe's. Oh my gosh. So what you can do as the consumer is purchase the items that are sold individually rather than packaged up. So at my grocery store, they sell apples in plastic bags, but then just across the aisle there are apples sold without plastic bags. So why am I going to purchase the one in the plastic bag? Just being more mindful of how you're purchasing your produce. My last one is a fun activity, and this may be a fun thing we can do together one day. It's called plogging. Have you heard of plogging? If you haven't, I'm just gonna let you sit there with that word and try to conjure up the definition of what you think it is. It's nothing sexual, I regret to inform you. Plogging is a term that originated in Sweden, of all places, and it's an activity where you are jogging and picking up litter at the same time. Now, I moved to this neighborhood in May, and I was astonished and appalled at how much litter is on the bike path right by my house, and I started picking things up when I went out there, and then I got discouraged because I felt like everyone looked at me like, oh, you poor thing, you try so hard, but tomorrow it's just gonna go back to the way it was. And that's why I think it would be a really fun activity with your friends to say, hey, let's go for a plog. I think that a lot of communities are overburdened by all of the responsibilities that they have to maintain the lifestyle that we have, and it could be a great opportunity for us to step up as community members and take care of our own town, just simply by picking up trash. Picking up trash and putting it in the waste bin does not reduce waste overall, but it does create a more beautiful environment for you to live in, and it is a constant reminder of all the trash around us and all the trash that we have left to reduce and eliminate in the world, and all the people we have left to convince. There are so many wonderful tips and tricks out there to reduce your waste. I've barely skimmed the surface of some pretty random ones that I am focusing on in 2020. Also, the sunset is promising to be quite delicious. One of my favorite things is just the evening light hitting the trees like that. I see that and it makes me feel extremely grateful inside.